This is Josue Garcia, professional boxer, local business owner, and our guest today on Free Smoke. Garcia grew up an hour outside of El Paso in Fort Hancock, Texas. He attended Angelo State University, where his love of boxing began.
So one day I went with a friend that was he was a wannabe boxer, whatever. He just took me to the gym, and I got beat up, man, so bad. I had never gotten beat up like that. It was from that point on, like my bloody face, my busted lips, everything, I started getting obsessed with it, man.
After graduating, Garcia was offered a signing bonus from a man who wanted to manage him. With $400 in his pocket and a promise of $10,000 more, Garcia traveled to California.
$300 later, I get over there, and I can't find the manager, dude. It started from that point on. It was very lonely. You know, that point was, you kind of learn to be with yourself. Like, you know, it got to a point where I was homeless. I was living out in my car, dude. I was trying to look for this guy. He ended up getting thrown in jail, money laundering or something along those lines, you know. I wasn't confident enough to ask anybody for help. I didn't know anyone there yet. So I was training. I didn't miss a day in training, but I was living in my car.
Josue found his way to Robert Garcia Boxing Academy, owned and operated by former IBF junior lightweight champion Robert Garcia. Working with this very respected trainer brought new opportunities, including a high-profile bout with Thomas Gray, a bout that would end in a loss and broken right hand for Garcia.
It kind of felt different, and then once they took the wrapping off and everything, sure enough, dude, this bone was sticking up, and it was nasty.
That injury would keep Garcia out of the ring for at least a year. He came back to El Paso and lived with his brother, where a new opportunity arose via some Border Patrol friends looking for a new workout and an investment from his brother.
I had always been a trainer ever since college. Ever since I used to work at a Gold's Gym. I started training them, you know, even for 10 to 20 people in a garage. So I'm like, dude, I'm gonna start looking for a place, you know, and then we'll go from there. We start off Garcia's Prime Boxing. So that's where it started at. I started giving about 6 classes a day, you know, and it started getting really good, man.
Due to a dispute over ownership, Garcia left the business only a few months after it opened. While in the midst of a small depression, Garcia had an epiphany.
Then one night, man, I woke up, I just, you know, just like, if I do something great, I help people, you know, diabetes, different health problems, stuff like that. They get away from it. I'm gonna make a career out of it. I'm gonna go into business, man, and I'm gonna go full on.
That dream would become Garcia's House of Boxing, located at 1477 Loma Land, Suite A9. The site offers nutritionists, meal planning, and childcare in addition to exercise and boxing classes.
Te entregas, you know, to all these people. And obviously, you want a good facility for them, and thank God, you know, everything's been going good, falling into place, and I'm able to expand other places in El Paso, east side, west side. That's the plan, man.
The atmosphere at Garcia's House of Boxing is very communal and familial, an atmosphere no doubt influenced by its owner.
One time, I had my gym open, and I have a lot of flags in here. A gentleman asked me, "It's like, why do you have all the flags? Why this particular flag? They don't even like us. They don't even like America." I'm like, because boxing brings everyone together, you know. In my view of life, fitness and everything brings people together. It makes you speak the same language.
This has been Marcus Cordero, and you've been watching Free Smoke.